Okay. So these are the subtopics available in this. The main chapter name is failure. So the main intention of the testing or test engineer is to find out the failure related things only. So here failure, if you are telling that different kinds of failures are there. So these are few topics under this failure. First one is overview of failure, definition, then different terminologies are there. Next, defect, bug, report, how to report that. Then what is the reason behind this failure? Due to which reason the application can be failed or your testing can be failed. Then next is defect bug life cycle. So which life cycle we need to maintain? As a human being, we are waking up in morning and sleeping in night. So a lot of works we are doing in the whole day. That is our life cycle. So this life cycle is not same for everybody. Maybe most of the things are same, but everything is not same. So whenever we will work into any project, any application also, as a tester, we have to find out some problem, some failure point, and we can inform to the developer. So if we are finding out some problem, then from where it will start and where it will end. That is called as the life cycle of that problem. So what is the definition? Then what are the different states and how this life cycle will begin from where and where it will be ended. All those things we have to take care. Then next is severity and priority. This is also related to those error failures only. So one is severity, another is the priority. What are those differences? Okay. So first one is failure. What is the definition of failure? If under certain environment and situation, application or product gets some problem, then the system will produce the wrong result causing as failure. So due to some problem, application is halted somewhere. It is not able to go forward. Maybe system hang, that application is hanged. That is also one kind of failure. Suppose we have given some wrong input, then it is coming some different type of result, some error it is coming. That is one kind of failure. Environment is down, server is down. We are getting some problem. It is not working anything. That is one kind of failure. So it can be any reason. Due to some problem, we are not able to proceed our work. So we are getting a problem here. So that is called as a failure. Failure is the inability of a system or component to perform its required functions within specified performance requirements. So based on our requirement in the project, we have to test the application or software. So in that, which requirement is not meeting, it is not working, then we can tell that this is failed. This is not working. So that is one kind of failure. Okay, failure can be caused because of the below few reasons. So for which reason this failure will happen? Because of environmental condition, it can happen. Because of human mistake, we are a human being, we are not computer. So chances is there, we can do some mistake while interacting with the software. So while we are executing some flow, suppose 10 steps are there. So out of all those 10 steps, suppose fifth step we forgot, or we have done that, but that is not the correct one. Some other way, other approach we followed that. That is the wrong one. So in that case, the functionality can be also failed. It will not execute properly, or some wrong result it will come. That can be one reason. Then perhaps a wrong input value being entered or an output being misinterpreted. So some input value also we can give, like you are booking a ticket. In that time you are giving the age. Age, it can support up to 125, suppose. You are giving 200 age. So that is a wrong input. You can get some error. It will not work. In functionality, it will throw some error. So if we are giving some wrong input also, chances is there it can come. Now, if someone deliberately trying to cause a failure, so what is this? Intentionally, we are trying to make it as a failed. That can also happen with some failure. So all these are different reasons available to make it fail. Now, coming to our testing side, which will be appropriate one that we need to identify. It is not like that environment is down and we can raise a bug. It can happen. Environment is down means maybe server down, net problem is there. After half an hour, it can recover. So after half an hour, again we have to check that. That is not a means correct failed as part of testing. Similarly, wrong input we are giving. That is intentionally, if you are doing by giving the wrong input for negative testing, then that is fine. But if you don't know this is a correct input or wrong input, and you are giving that blindly, then that is not a correct problem or correct failure. You are doing the mistake. You are doing the mistake, then that is not a failure. We are doing correctly, we are executing, we are functioning correctly, everything, but after that functionality is not working perfectly. Then only we can tell that system is going to fail, application is failed. Okay, now coming to failure terminologies. So basically three terminologies are there in this failure. All are part of one failure only. One is error, another is bug, and third one is defect. So what is error, what is defect, what is bug? All are related to failure. Failure means problem. Problem means some mistake happened. Mistake means some issues we are getting. So all are same related meaning only. Failure, problem, mistake, issues, all are same kind of meaning only. So all those are one mistake. So those mistakes or failure or problems are classified into three categories in testing. First one is error, second one is bug, and third one is defect. So what is error? In software testing, few concepts they developed and we are learning the concepts. These two persons, scanner and batch. They define the definition of error as an error is a design flaw or a deviation from a desired or intended state. So we are going to do some execution or going to check some flow, end-to-end flow activity. Ticket booking is one flow. Transferring the amount from one account to other account, this is one flow. So in that flow, some steps need to be followed. 5 steps, 10 steps, 20 steps, like that. Anywhere we are getting some gap, some misinformation, some deviation, some difference, or hanged something, then it can be defined as a error. But this error, okay, so that is the definition of these two persons, scanner and batch. So in normal way, if you will consider that the definition in our terminology, then what is that? This error is a discrepancy, some difference between a computed, means whatever it is computed or executed, that result will get something. Then we will observe something while we are doing work. Then one is mentioned in the requirement, this should happen. So all these are matching or not. What is expected if we will do that? If that expectation thing is not coming, we are doing all those entry in the irctc.co.in. So at the end, ticket should be booked, but ticket is not booking. Everything we provided, correct information only, then that is a problem. That is an issue happening in that functionality. If we are giving only wrong input from our side and that is our mistake, we cannot tell that that is a problem. Okay, that is problem, your problem, not system problem. Okay, now any function detected deviation. So any functionality we are checking, then it will detect the deviation, functionality, difference between what requirement we are going to check and what we are getting after implementing that. Both should match. If both are not matching, then that is a problem. Then the failure, problem, mistake is said to be error only at developing place. So this type of failure, if it is coming in development team, then that is called as error. So all are failure related only, all are mistake, all are issues, problems, failure, everything. But development teams, if they are getting some error, some problem, some failure, then they have to tell it as a error. Their terminology is error. As part of testing team, you are into testing team, so you should not tell error, you should tell bug. That is also one kind of failure only. So testing team, we have to tell it as a bug. And once testing is completed, development is completed, the project is released already, and customers and users are using that software. At that time, the customers and users are giving some complaint, they are getting some problem, then that is called as a defect. That is the three difference actually. But coming to this IT industry, in many company, many project, defect and bug, these two terminologies in testing team they are using. Actually that is not correct. Defect we should not tell, but all are telling defect, so we can also follow up defect only. But for interview you can tell the difference. Bug is different and defect is different. Okay, now error is a mental programmatically mistake. So developer people are doing writing code. At the time of writing the code, maybe they missed something, some syntax is wrong, or some input or parameter they passed as a wrong. So related to code only, related to their program, C, C++, Java, .NET, all those things. So related to program means indirectly related to their mind or brain. Maybe they have not referred anything from their brain, whatever they remember, that only they did, they forgot something. So it can be mental mistake or it can be program mistake. So at the end, from code only it is happening. So if from code it is happening and that is found from the development team, then that is called as a error. We cannot tell that error. So you don't tell error. You have to tell that as a bug or defect, you can tell. The correct one is bug only, but in real industry they are telling defect also. So we have to manage with them. We can tell defect also, no problem. Okay, this is caused due to human action, like code is not following the standard. Maybe they have not mentioned the coding standard. Some rules are there, not implemented. Then some syntax they missed or not proper. Then some variables not declared properly. A local variable, global variable, then common variable, all those things in proper places they have not mentioned. Then database connectivity is not proper. Whatever data they are taking from any database, connection is not good, or few information it is taking, it is not able to relate with all the objects of the database. So due to all these reasons, developer people can get the error. And if they will not capture that error, and again they are continuing, then same thing in our functionality, we can be stuck somewhere in application. While you will execute, we will also get some problem. So that we have to capture. So we will not check the code part, we will check the functionality part as part of testing. So if any functionality is not working, ticket is not able to book, so we can raise a bug. Developer people will check their code, what are the codes they have written for booking a ticket, so that they can fix where is the problem, what they missed. Okay, next is bug. Bug is a terminology used for the tester, or testers should use this terminology, bug. It is also dissatisfaction of the requirement. So our requirement is one thing, but we are getting some other thing. Both are mismatching. Then we can tell it as a bug. Bug is a mismatch between the expected and actual value. So this is the mismatch. What we are expecting in requirement document, what they have given, that is our expectation. Expected and actual value. So actually what we are getting after execution and what we were expecting as per the requirement. If both are not matching, then that is a bug. So we can inform to the developer team. Bug is a fault in the program. So in the program which is written by developer, there are only something they missed. That's why it is coming, which causes the program to behave in unintended or unanticipated manner. So that is only creating the problem for the functionality also. Okay, so it is an evidence of fault in the program. So program is right. They can tell program is right. We have written good code. Why you are telling you are it is wrong like that? So what is the evidence of that? If they have written the good program correct only, then it should work 100%. If it is not working the functionality, then they have written wrong. No argument in that. So you have to be confident whatever the steps process you are following, 100% correct you are doing. Then you can argue with them, no, this is 100% correct and some code problem is there, you can fix that. So that they will also check if some code problem, they can fix that. And obviously if you are 100% correct, confirm only, then 100% it is also confirmed that code problem is there. Without code problem, functionality problem will not come. Both are linked to each other. Next is defect. A defect is a kind of issue that causes to produce incorrect unexpected result. So this is also same thing like bug. In the functionality only it will be found, but in which place it will be found? After deliver that project, after release happened, tested, completed, implemented that project, outside business started for that software, many people are purchasing that software, using that software. That can be any kind of software, any go to meeting app or Zoom app you can tell, or any share trading application, trade racers, share so many applications are there, share trading related, then any website related, anything you can take an example. Once it is completed everything from the company, it will go live. So end user will use that. In that time, if any problem we are facing in the functionality, then that can be called as a defect. Suppose mobile you are purchasing, small example, that mobile is developed in one company, developers people developed that, testers tested that, and whatever small problem happened, those are raised by the tester and fixed by the developer, everything done. Now it is released happen. So that mobile came to the market. We are purchasing that mobile. After purchasing, we should think that it is already available in market, means development done, testing done, everything done. All are tested. Any car or bike or mobile, anything you can take example. So it is expected everything should work. Now we are checking after purchasing within 1 2 day, the mobile is not coming. One sided is happening. Sound is not coming clearly. Then admin call disconnecting again and again. So these are some functionality. The very basic functionalities are not working. So it can be called as a defect. It is not called as bug because that release is already happened. From that company, everything done. It is released in market. People started using that software, using that product, application, then facing some issues and giving the complaint. So that is called as a defect. So all are related to failure only, but in customer, user side and user side, which problem are facing, that is called as defect. In testing side, tester or test team candidates which they are facing in the functionality, that is called as a bug. And developer people, if they are facing some problem due to their code related activity, then that is called as error. So these three are means in different teams or different persons, we have to tell correctly with this approach. But coming to real-time industry, bug, defect, any name they are using in the company. So inside company, you can talk like defect or bug, anything, fine, no confusion, nothing. But this is the real meaning. These are the difference. And this interview question also you will get. This is one compulsory question for interview. Can you differentiate between error, bug, and defect? Now next is defects or bugs report. So you are started your testing, some problem you observed. So you have to raise that as a bug or you can raise that as a defect. Now onwards we can tell defect or bug, anything is fine to avoid the confusion. For interview only those three separately you can tell. Okay, so we need to report that bug. How to report that? We can inform to the developer people that here it is not working and these are the issue, these are the problem. So you can fix that. So through mail you can inform them, or through Excel sheet you can maintain and send them in a mail, or if any tools are using in the company, then in that tool also we can mention all those things so that it will reach to the developer people, development team, and who worked in that development team lead or manager can decide and they can assign to the concerned person so that he can check that functionality with their codes what they have written. So while we are informing all those details to the development team, we should inform with some details. It is not like that I started with this testing and here it is not working. You can check. That is not the proper way. So some formality we have to maintain. These are the process we need to follow. So any defect or bug we are raising, then that should be having with some ID 1 or 2 or 5 or 3563, one unique ID it should contain, because you are not raising the bug or defect. Thousands of people are working in that company and they are raising the bug or defect. So it should be a unique one. Suppose you raised and it is given 1 2 3 4. So 1 2 3 4 nobody can give. For that bug, it is fixed, one ID. So using that ID, developer people or anybody is searching, they can search from the tool or somewhere 1 2 3 4 enter. So it will come with all the details of that ID. What is the functionality, what are the steps, who raised this, in which date, which time, what type of bug this is, what is the screenshot, everything should be mentioned in that. So if you are maintaining Excel sheet or somewhere, we can only give 1 2 3 4, but Excel sheet mostly they are not maintaining. They are using some tools like Jira or Rally, Qtest, Bugzilla, then ALM, HP. Many tools are available in market. So this is very easy one. Nothing is there. One kind of application you will see using one URL, and we have to put some description in that. Some text box will be there, some combo box, check box, then radio button, all those things, proper option we can select and write some comment, and then submit button. Once we'll submit that, then one unique ID will be generated from that tool. That will be the defect ID. Maybe 1 2 3 4 or 5 6 7 8 or some ID will be generated. So that ID we have to mention when we are giving the information to the developer. So that is called as defect ID. Then defect description also is should mention. So what exactly that is, which process you are following, what are the steps. Step 1, log into this URL with valid credential. Step 2, enter some information in these fields. Step 3, click on that OK button. Like that, all these steps with screenshots you can mention in a document, what document or something you can prepare that, and that document you can attach into that tool for that particular defect 1 2 3 4. So the defect ID they can open from that tool, development team, they can get the screenshot and defect description also. Next is product version. So which release you are working. It is not like that release is always one. Every 15 days, 20 days or 1 month, one new release will happen. Before, if you will go back to 10 years or 15 years, 6 month release was there, 1 year release, 3 months release, 4 months release was there. But nowadays from past 4 5 years, many companies are preferring short release only. Just 15 days one release, 7 days, 10 days, 20 days, like that only they are working. So that release also some number they are giving. Very basic convention of that release number is, suppose this is 2021. For your project, the project name is suppose Royal project name. So in Royal project, 2021 is the year. So 2021 dot which month? January month. So dot one they can give. So that will be the release name. Similarly, it can be 2021.2 for February release, 2021.3 that is March release. So which release that is? That release is nothing but the version, product version or project version or release version we can tell. So that release also we need to mention. Otherwise, how developer people will know that that is 2021 application you are working, or for this new one you are working and raising the defect. So we need to specify that clearly. Next, detail step by step you can mention. No question should come from the developer that you are not doing correct and this process you missed, this step you missed. So that is the problem from your side. You have no knowledge in that application how to do that. Those type of questions should not come. That's why step by step you can mention in a document. So all these things you can mention in a Word document. Detail steps. Then date range. In which date it is raised? Today date. Which date, which time? Then who reported, who raised that, who created this defect or bug? Suppose Sudha created, then reported by Sudha. Then status. So lot of status are available for the bug defect which will be created. Close, new, retest, verification, failed, depart, lot of status are there. So proper status should be mentioned. First time you are creating, then that will be the new status. That is a new defect. So first time new we have to give. Then developer people will fixed, then it will be fixed by, it will be mentioned. Then date closed, severity, priority, all those things it will be mentioned. So it can be mentioned in one Excel sheet, or it can be mentioned in one Word document, or it can be mentioned in any tool. If any tool we are using also, these are one column name. Reported by will be in one column, date raised one column, detail step one column. So column by column it will be present. All the description we need to mention. It will not take much time, 5 minutes around it will take to fill everything. And for tester, this is very important. Detail step, don't miss that. And screenshot, don't miss that. Screenshot only your proof. If you don't have any screenshot, then you don't have any proof. Direct it will indicate that you have not worked. You are just telling that I have completed my work, I executed this, everything is fine, all those things, no proof. So don't forget to miss or take any screenshot. Any single activity you are doing, also take a screenshot. That is mandatory for the tester. Otherwise, lot of testers are getting some problem in the company. They are telling I completed, give me the proof. They are not able to give the proof. They missed that screenshot. So don't miss that screenshot. Next, failures basically, okay, reason of failures in software testing. So what are the various reasons available whenever you will get some failure, means defect or bug? Basically, these are few reasons. Errors in the specification. In the document which we are referring, there are only some mistake they have given from client side or who prepared that document. Based on that document, development people they are doing their coding. Based on that document, testers are doing the testing. Okay, so in that document only something mentioned wrong, then developer people also did that wrong, and we are also testing that as wrong. So that can be one reason. So that should be corrected. Correct information should be present in that. Then design and implementation of the software and system. So here some coding related things will come. So developer people are doing the coding at that time, maybe they have not followed some proper format or syntax, some rules, some variable declaration, all those things coding related, then also it can come. That is one reason. Then errors in use of the system, in which system they are using server. In that server some problem is there, maybe network connectivity or some deadlock is happened, or some compatibility issue is there, any kind of issue is there, that can be also one reason. Then environmental condition, some environmental issue also it can happen, like Windows 2000 need to be work, but it is used at Windows 2010, which is not supporting. That those are right environmental with some software, hardware, then some configuration i5, i7, i3. So some environmental issue can be also happen. Then potential consequences of earlier errors. So previously some errors are already there in that project. Those are not fixed. So now again new requirement we got that is related to the previous one. So if previous one is not fixed, not working proper, then obviously this will also having problem. So these are few basic reasons. Due to these reasons, this failure can happen. Okay, now next topic is defect bug life cycle. So life cycle, how it will start, and what is the definition of this life cycle? Defect or bug life cycle is the journey of a bug or defects. So you started your execution, something is not working, so you can raise a bug, you can create a bug in front of the developer. So from that time, the lifetime started of that bug. It is a new bug. Journey started for that bug. Now which phases it will go through? In that bug, that bug will go through with which type of steps, which journey it will do. At the end it will close, the lifetime of that bug will be closed. So starting is the new one which you are creating. So you are creating means you have to close that. Developer people will not close that. This is one interview question. Who is creating bug and who is closing that bug? So creating bug, testers only, that is easy one, all people are telling in the interview. But who is closing this bug? 70% people are telling wrong. Our manager is closing, our team lead is closing, our developers are closing. Don't tell all those answers. You have created means you have to close as per the rule. If Binod created, Binod has to be closed. If Sudha created, Sudha has to be closed. If Sudha is having absent, not available today, and today need to close, Mansi is in the same team, she is also having testing team with the same project, same team, then she can close, no problem. But testing team created means testing team should be closed. First of all, who created? That person should be closed. If that person is having some other work or busy or not available, in leave something, then other person, colleague can be closed, but from testing team. Okay, so whenever the bug is started the journey and end the journey, some life cycle will be maintained or with some steps, that is called as a bug life cycle. It will vary from organization to organization, company to company it will vary, then project to project it will vary, then which process we are following, but most of the things will be same only. Maybe few steps are added in one company, one project, those steps are not adding in other company, other project, maybe some other steps they are following. So almost it will be same only, just 2 3 4 steps will be changeable. From discovery to resolution, so when you found that bug and when it is resolved. So from starting to ending, whatever the process, activity, steps we are using, that is called as a defect life cycle or bug life cycle. That is the definition. Now, whenever we are starting or raising the bug, some states are there. What are those states? Okay, so these are few states we need to give the status for that bug. Okay, so till now, any doubt from anybody? No doubt? Okay, so these are the defect bug life cycle states. Few states we need to give. Suppose your ticket booking, one functionality you are checking. You have entered all the things input correctly, but ticket is not booking. At the end, some problem it is facing. it is crashed or it is closed the application, or some error you got, or maybe network not found, like that, any kind of reason it is showing with some error. So that is not working. Everything is fine, your net is there, network connectivity is there, database connectivity is there, everything is good. So you can raise that bug using some tools. So while you will raise that bug, first time you have to mention the state as new, that is a new bug. Tester only they will give the status as new. Who will give the new status? If somebody is asking in interview, tester. You are raising, you have to give that status.
Okay.
Okay. Now it will go to the development team now. So in development team, somebody will check defect related things. Maybe in some project they are assigning one person from that development team. You can take care all the defects related. First you can receive and you can circulate or you can distribute to the different team members in our development team. You can assign them. That can happen, or maybe development team lead, he can take and he can assign to all. That can happen in some project. In some project it is going to the manager. Manager is assigning to different persons from the development team. That also happen. In some project, direct tester also they can assign. We can raise that defect as a new status and we can assign to some team member. Suppose one development team member name is Rakesh, so direct Sudha can assign to Rakesh. Rakesh is working in that functionality and Sudha is checking, testing in that functionality. So you already confirm he is doing the development, you are testing that. If it is confirmed and your manager already told that, directly also you can assign, no problem. So in that case, direct also you can assign. So which process you are following in your project, first you can check that. It is not like the direct I can assign. That is fine, but in your project, if they are not following direct assignment, then that is a wrong approach. So first you can take the confirmation from your team member if you will join in some company, some project, which approach they are following. All are correct. It is not like that this is wrong and that is correct, but what process they are following, that you have to maintain. Okay, so any of all this, any one process will be followed. So once that new status is there, means not, nobody is assigned and that is a new bug. Now it is assigned to one developer, that is Rakesh, suppose. So after assign that development, this status or states, you can tell this as a state or you can tell it as a status, anything is fine. So that status or state will be changed to assigned. Now the status name is assigned. Now Rakesh will start working on that. First he will analyze what you have given, defect ID, then description, steps, screenshots, all these things you have provided, which data you have given. So by using all those details, he can try once. Rakesh will try once. Suppose Rakesh is checking that. So if he's started opening that bug and started working on that, he will change the status. Rakesh will change the status to open. It will change the status. So one combo box will be there in that tool. This status will be there: new, assign, duplicate, open, fix, reject, resolution, resolve, close. All those options will be available in one combo box. You, you need to select which is appropriate for whom. So first time we will select new. Second time we can assign our team lead from development team will select that assign. Then that particular developer will change from that combo box by selecting this open. So it is open now, means somebody is working. It is not closed or not fixed. It is open, means working is in progress. In that case, open will be there. Work is in progress. Somebody is working. Who is assigned? That person is working. Now next, could not reproduce. So if developer started working on that, whatever the steps you have mentioned, maybe raised by Sudha or Manasi, what steps and screenshots you have mentioned, he is following all those step by step and he is not able to understand in some middle. As per his understanding and as per your understanding, little bit maybe some mismatch is there, what steps you have followed. So he is not confident that you are following the right approach or he is following the right approach. He is also not confident. Maybe some communication gap is there or some more informations are required, like that. So in that case, if he is confused, then he can change that status into could not reproduce. He is thinking that whatever approach he is following, that is correct one, but what approach you have followed, that is the incorrect one. If he is confident, then he can mention that status, or he will change that status as could not reproduce. If he is not confident that some more information is required, then only I can work on that. I'm missing this type of information, some gap is there, so I'm not having confidence. So in that case, he can change that status to need more information. So maybe some detailed information you have not provided, login details you have not given, or which data, test data you have used, you have not given, or which environment you have used, you have not given, or something you have missed, so that he is getting complexity in that case. So if more information he require, he will change this status to need more information. If he is confident and everything is correct, and he is confident that you are only doing the mistake in the process or steps, then he can change to could not reproduce. Now you will check again, could not reproduce, any mistake from your side, anything you not mentioned. Okay, you missed some steps or something. Again, you can add that steps in that tool. Need more information, some more information which is missing by you and which is expected by that developer Rakesh, suppose. So you can provide that. Now, after providing, again you can assign to that person, or you can give one comment, already these informations are provided, and again change the assigned person to that Rakesh. Now, again he will work on that. Now he is able to understand, he fixed that, some code issue was there. Now he will change the status to fixed. Means some code is changed and it is changed as a fixed. Now, after fixing this, it will come to the testing team, but nobody started testing on that. It came for testing, but testing not started. So developer people will change that status to pending retest. Now, from your testing team, maybe test lead or test manager will take that and assign to some persons. Maybe Sudha created, then he will assign back to Sudha. Or Sudha is not available or busy in some other world, he can ask to Manasi, or he can change that or assign that for retesting to some other person, Vinod or somebody. Now, again, you can test that. Again and again, if you are testing, first time you tested, second time you are testing, second time, third time, fourth time, if you are testing, then that is called as a retest. Repeatedly testing means that is called as retest. So here retest status will be changed. Retest status is changed means testing is in progress. Somebody is testing from your testing team. It is not completed, but it is in progress. Testing is going on. Next is reopen. After you tested, again you observe that it is not working again. They are telling that we fixed development team, but again it is not working. Again you are facing ticket is not booking at the end. So it will be reopen again. You can change that status to reopen and assign to that same developer Rakesh. Again Rakesh will see that. Again he will see what is the issue, what they left, any code problem, anything. Again they will check. After checking, if they are confirmed everything is fixed and it should work, they already checked in the development environment, they already checked in the test environment, everything done, then it can be changed to verified status. Already verified by the development team from 1 or 2 persons, and they are confident now. Okay, that is one status, verified. Now, another status, it can come deferred. So in which case deferred status will come? Suppose that the bug cannot be fixed in this release. Maybe it can be fixed in some other release due to some valid reason. It is not like that I did not get the time, that's why I could not fix. You can tell that I did not get the time, I was in leave, so I could not test that. Those are not the valid reason. As a team, it should come with the output. So the valid reason should be, maybe that bug is related to some other application, and in that application that is not working, or some problem is going on, so it is creating problem for our application also. It is related to each other. That is a valid reason. Or in middle, at the end time, the requirements are changed and it come to the testing or development team, so we don't have time for that. That is a valid reason. So if any valid reason is there, and in this release, suppose February 10 is our release, before February 10 you could not do that due to some valid reason, then ask to the client. Manager can talk, you have to inform to manager, manager can talk with the client, this is our valid reasons and we need some more time. Otherwise, we can skip this bug for fixing, and in next release we can do that. The current release is 2021.1. So in 2021.2, we can work on that. So if that scenario is coming, Then if it is a valid reason, obviously clients can agree on that and they will give the approval. If they will give the approval, then that bug can be changed to deferred status. DEFERRED, deferred status. So remember this deferred name. If people are not working, just going through theory or somewhere they are just learning, they are not able to tell this answer. What is deferred? In one question they can capture that we have not worked. So
Sir,
this is the real scenario deferred. Yes.
what do you mean by different, sir? Any new changes?
No, not new
Yeah.
changes. The same bug only, but due to some reason, valid reason, it cannot be fixed in this current release.
Okay, okay.
Maybe some dependency is there in some other application, or you receive that at the end moment. Tomorrow is your release, but today you got that requirement or some changes. So how you can do that? It is not possible. Either you can extend the time, you can ask to client, you can extend the time, or you can give us time for the next release. The same bug we can fix, test, and close in the next release. So in that case, it will happen. That is called as a default status.
Okay.
So this is a very important one, and it is happening frequently in the real-time IT industry. Non-working people cannot tell that. That's why they are asking. Few questions are there, non-working people cannot tell in proper way, and easily they can be captured. Okay, so next is the duplicate. In which case duplicate can be assigned. Suppose you raised all of you 5 members are working in the same team, same project. Vinod, Raghu, then Sudha, Manasi, all you are working in the same team. But requirements are different. 10 days you have assigned for one requirement. So project is only one, but requirement is different. So one issue Raghu faced, he raised one bug. Somewhere he observed that if greater than 100 value he is giving, age is greater than 100, then it should not accept, but it is accepting. That is a problem. That age related functionality is present in Manasi requirement also. So he also raised the defect. So that is a common one. You both are working in different requirement, project is same, functionality is same, and the feature also same, age factor only. So that bug is already raised by Manasi. That bug is also raised by Raghu. So in that case, it will be duplicate. So if somebody found that, maybe from development team or maybe from testing team, they found that this is the same kind of bug only, which is not identified while raised from the testing team, then it can be changed the status as a duplicate. So two are there, then two will be mentioned as duplicate, no need to work on that, and one will be the original one. If three persons raise the same type of bug, then one it can be kept and other should be mentioned as duplicate. So while you are raising, just coordinate with your test team members so that should not be duplicate, because duplicates are going, then invalid bugs are going. If those type of counts are more, then that is not a good symbol for testing team, because these tools clients also checking all the history. Not always, randomly they are checking. Sometimes they will see that invalid bugs related 20 are there in one release, then direct it is indicating that what kind of people are working in the testing team. 20 invalid bugs means they don't have knowledge in that application, how they are working, how many years experience they have. Direct they will come to that point. So once you are raising means confidently you can raise. Don't raise duplicate related bugs. Don't raise invalid related bugs. Correct only you can raise with correct information. Otherwise, it will impact you. One time, two time, fine. Newly you have joined. But again and again it will come, then that will be problem for you. And again for new joinee also this is not expected. Again they will questionize that who is the senior person, who is the test lead, why he is not guiding, any KT you have given or not, any internal training happened or not, you have taken properly interview or not. So many questions will arise. Next state is reject or invalid. So whenever you are raising that bug, if it is duplicate also, developer people can give that as a reject or they can mention as a duplicate. If it is not duplicate, some other kind of things are there, like you have done mistake. Which steps you are following, that is not a correct approach. Or some steps you missed, due to that it is not working. So in that case, they can reject that bug. It is not a correct bug. It is not a valid bug. It is a invalid or it is a reject related. So they can change the status. If they have confidence, you did the mistake, so they can reject that. Immediately they will not accept whatever you are giving. First they will verify correct or incorrect one. Okay, now You have retested, everything is fine, it is working also good, and all the screenshots also you have taken. You can attach that screenshot and mention one comment that I verified this, retested with all these inputs, it is working correctly now, which we are expecting. Then one status is there, closed. You can select from that combo box closed status. Sudha started that bug means Sudha have to be closed that. So you can mention that as a closed. Now it is stopped. Everything gone for that one defect. So these are the steps need to follow for one bug. So all these steps are called as a bug life cycle. So this is compulsory question you will get in the interview, more than 1000% compulsory question. Can you explain about your bug life cycle, how you are referring with different states and explanation? So 5 minutes you have to explain all this. Compulsory question this is. Okay, so graphical way also we can explain. So all those are state wise or status wise it is there. Now in graphical ways it is present. So in a pen and paper, if face-to-face interview is going on, you can draw this type of diagram in a pen and paper and you can explain step by step, one by one step. What is first one, what is second, third, fourth, fifth, like that. So whatever we discussed all those steps, some appropriate steps are mentioned here also in this diagram. Okay. So the first one is new, which we already discussed. Then it will be assigned to one developer. You can assign or you can send to development team so that one team member from development team or manager or team lead will assign. That depend
Sir,
upon project.
sir, tester directly assigned to developers, sir.
Yes,
Bug.
direct also assign. Yes. If in that project you they are referring direct also you can assign, then you can assign directly. If they are not assigning directly, first need to send to manager or lead, then they can only assign. Then you have to follow that process. So all are one process, depend upon the project only.
Who will be fixed, sir? Bug developer, sir.
Developer.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so it will be assigned to one developer person, Rakesh or Roshan something. Next, that person will open that bug and change to open status.
Okay.
After this open status, they will analyze that is a duplicate or not. That is a valid bug or not. If duplicate, then they can mention or change the status as duplicate. If not a valid, they can mention as a rejected. If they will think that this should go to deferred, some valid reasons we are having, we cannot fix right now. Some complexity is there, some dependency is there, some problem of timing is there, and so many issues are there, and which can be reported to the manager, and manager can talk with the client. So in that case, it can be deferred. So deferred status cannot be changed by a development team. It can be changed by a testing team only, but they can inform to you so that you can also inform to your manager. Development manager will be there, testing manager will be there. They both can talk together. Deferred is little bit higher level it will come, not in initial level. So after talking those both development and testing manager, they can take some conclusion. We will take once approval from the client side. So they will talk with the client and take the approval. Then it can be changed to deferred status. Any one member from the testing team can be changed this deferred status. If that is a not bug, then it can be mentioned as a not bug also. This is also one state is there. So rejected, not a bug, most same only. Anyone they can select. In some tools, rejected is mentioned. In some tool, not a bug is mentioned. So different terminologies are there. Okay, now all these things are not coming, then that is a valid bug. If it is a valid bug, then in this open status, developer people will work on that. Rakesh or Roshan, who is assigned, he will work on that. If any help is required, assistance is required, somebody from their team, they can assist or help. So once that is fixed by a development team, then development people will change this to fixed status. Now that bug is changed to fixed state or status. Now it will come to the testing team. So while it will come to the testing team, now suppose they fixed this. The time is 12:55. So immediately one person from testing team cannot test that. Maybe all are engaged in some other activity, priority task. So it will take some time, maybe today or tomorrow or day after tomorrow, you can do that. So it will be in pending retest. It is ready for test, but not started the testing again. So in that state, it will be mentioned as pending retest. Fixed happened, but testing not started, waiting for testing. So in that case, the name will be pending retest. In some tool, it will be mentioned as ready for test. In some tool, it is mentioned as pending for test or pending retest. So by seeing the name only, you can able to understand. One tool you work means every tool you can work. One bike you are able to drive means other bike also you can able to drive. Little bit small here and there names will be changed. So pending retest, ready for test, ready to test. These are different names in different tools. Now, somebody will be assigned from the testing team. First priority is who raised this bug, they will assign to them only. Sudha raised means Sudha will be retest now. That is first priority. If Sudha is in leave or she is busy in some other activity or work in any high priority, and today only it is required, today she cannot do this, then who is free for some other person, it can be assigned. Team lead or manager can be assigned that. Okay, and if some project directly also they can assign developer people. Rakesh directly can assign to Sudha also. That can also happen. So in which process you are following, that process they can do. Now it will come to retest. Once it is tested, started. Retest, why it is called? Because it is already tested and for second time again it is testing. Again and again if you are testing, then it is called as a retest. So it will come to Sudha now. Sudha is retesting now. Now, after retesting, again she is observing. Sudha is observing that no, again same problem I am facing, or again some other problem I am facing now. But anyway, it is not working correctly. So what she can do? She can change that status to reopen status now. So for status changing, nothing is there in that tool. One combo box will be there. Different options are there. Just you have to click that. That's all. Nothing is there, and submit button. So reopen status. When it will be reopened, then it will go to that development team again. And which developer worked first priority, it will go to that developer only. If he is busy, then some other person can look into that. Now again, it will be in open status, reopen, and developer people will work on that. Again, they can observe, duplicate, reject, default, not a bug. If nothing is applicable, then they will try to fix that. Again, they will work on fixing. Maybe something they have missed, that's why it is not working. After fixing, same thing, it will continue. This fixed, it will change, then pending retest, then again retest, again Sudha will test here. Now again she is facing problem not working, again it will go. So this loop will continue till success. So once it is working fine, Sudha is getting that everything is working fine and we cannot test again and again. All this screenshot I am taking. So he or she can change that state to verified now. Everything is verified, tested correctly. If anybody is looking into that, then you can review also. Development team, testing team, manager, client in your Scrum meeting, anybody is looking into that, just check once. You can give some time, 2 hours or 3 hours. Please, you can check on that. And if all are fine, I will close. You can inform in the communicator chat or in a mail. After that, some persons will verify who are getting free time and they will give some comment. Yes, it is looking good now. So 3-4 persons will give the comment. After that, you can give some comment. Yes, it is expected. Everything is going good, and others also checked, and we can close that bug. Now you can change that status to closed. Who created that person only need to close. Now the life cycle closed or life cycle ended. So starting from new to close, all these cycles will be repeated. All these cycles will be followed step by step. So all this process all together is called as a bug life cycle or defect life cycle, having multiple states or status or steps. Compulsory question you will get, and from here also they can capture. If you are not able to explain properly, easily you will be captured. You have not worked. Learning theoretically is different and explaining those in real-time way is different. So you can prepare such a way, good way and represent according to that.
Sir, who will be verified, sir? QA or QA manager?
No, some members will verify 1-2% from QA, 1-2% from business analyst, then 1-2% from development team, client side, manager. Anybody can verify that. That is not fixed. So in some project, they are not using this also, verified status. They are not following. In some tools, it is not present. So ignore that. So these are the process. It is not like that every tool will be 100% all these names are there. In some tools, some more names are there. From here, some names will not get, some new names will get, some are missing. So that you can understand, that is not an issue. After retest also direct it can be closed in some
Sir,
tools.
pending retest why sir? Suddenly you have test and close that, sir.
Uh,
Pending is why,
Pending
sir?
retest means it is already fixed coming to the testing team, but testing is not started.
Okay, okay.
If testing is started, then it will be retest. This pending retest also in some tools it is not there. After fixed direct it is coming retest. So those are depend upon tool to tool only. So any one you can remember, don't confuse, and confidently you can tell which tool I am using. In the tool it is present. Confidently you can tell. You don't tell that no I forgot or pending retest. I think pending retest is there. I think retest only there. If you will tell in that way, then reject only. Whatever you can tell confidently, you can. Everything is possible. Maybe they are using different tool, you are using different tool. They don't know your tool, you don't know their tool. So it is not like that this is correct and that is not correct. Anything you can tell, fine. Understand the process, steps, description, all those things. Confidently you can tell. Are you sure? Yes, I am sure. Are you confident? Yes, 100% I am confident. Confident is more important. Okay, any doubt in this defect life cycle?
Sir, bug is
No,
duplicate
brother.
na new assigned open closed, sir. This process are not mentioned that.
No, those will be not happen. If duplicate is there, reject is there, deferred is there, not above, then it will be there only stopped.
Only third step close, sir.
There only it will be closed. Not closed. It will be like that only. Duplicate, rejected, like that only it will be.
Okay, okay.
Closed means successfully tested and closed. That only it will come. So at the end, reports will be generated with by higher management. Right? How many closed status are there? How many deferred bugs are there? How many duplicate bugs are there? How many rejected bugs are there? They can check all those things. You will not check, but somebody will be available in higher management. They will check. Based on that, they will calculate what type of testers are there, why so many bugs are rejected, why so many duplicates are coming, why so many deferreds are coming. They can analyze on that. They can ask the questions, answers they can expect. So it will be like that only. Based on the status, it will come with the count. In 2021.1 release, how many deferred status was there? How many rejected was there? How many duplicate was there? That is also required for that. Okay, any more questions from anybody?
Sir, these are test cases.
No, these are not test cases. Based on the test case only, you can start executing and raise the bug. Test case is different.
Okay.
Okay, so one by one topic we are going through. Test case will be another chapter, another topic. So slowly, fundamental wise we are going so that you will not feel difficulty.
For severity and priority, this bug life cycle includes another topic, sir.
Yes, that is also part of this bug life cycle only.
Okay,
So next topic is the severity priority.
okay. And sir, error is developer, sir.
Error is
Identified
developer.
error.
Yes.
Bug is QA, sir.
Tester,
Tester.
QA tester.
Defect, sir. Defect is product released after time
After
identify
that,
the error.
yes.
Uh,
Suppose you are
that is
working in IBM company, but you are working for Vodafone client. Vodafone project you are doing. So Vodafone is your client. So from Vodafone side also, one team will be there who are means doing all this business for that project. Some persons will be assigned. If they are getting in real time scenario, it will happen. If they are getting some problem after started their business or using that software, they are marketing somewhere. So that complaint will come. They can tell it as a defect.
After release the product, that
After
is
release
called
the
a defect.
product. After release the product, that is called as a defect. Okay, so we can stop now here.